Yeah.
I met my husband. Then I said, okay, I want to be a mother. And I had my first child. Now I'm at a peak of my career at that stage. And I come back after 3 months and I get called telling me that, because you've had a baby, you need time with her. And you will not be able to deal with all the travel and all the work pressure. I still remember, Shalja, that I'm crying and I'm hating myself at that moment. Crying and I'm feeling even more stupid about it. Why? Because I had a baby. But I think women need to question.
When did you meet Sadhguru and what was the inspiration?
I was as cynic as it comes, and saying that this is all very mumbo jumbo. But as they say, you don't find a guru, guru finds you.
Yes.
I happened to listen to him in a conversation, and I was blown. I was like, oh my god, like who is this guy, right?
Yeah.
You say it's called Unstoppable Woman. To me, unstoppable is actually synonymous to woman. So you don't have to highlight a woman is unstoppable, because unstoppable means is a woman.
Welcome to Unstoppable Woman, Megha. It's so nice to have you here.
Thank you so much.
We've
Elja.
waited for a very long time, and I think it's been very exciting to have you today in this room with us.
Thank you.
And there's so much to discuss, so much to understand from you. It's been a very long journey, 33 years.
It is indeed, yeah.
And can you tell us what motivated you to join media? It's been a journey which has taken you to Turner, HBO, Discovery, Star Network.
Yeah, I know. So, there is 33 years back, you got to imagine that there was no media entertainment industry in the way we see it today, right? So this is way back when there was only one television network, which was called Doordarshan, which was the public broadcaster. And there was no satellite television, and obviously none of the other platforms were existing at that time. So my journey has been literally, that movie Luck by Chance.
Achha.
That's what my journey's been. Just happened to be there, right place, right time. Opportunities happened. I took those opportunities, made something out of it, and life happened. So it was way back in, I think, 1991.
Okay.
When I was at that space of after graduation, what do I do? And a confused teenager, and what next kind of a question was there. And there was this every one of my friends were doing MBA at that time.
Okay.
That was like, let's do MBA. Now, I didn't even know what MBA stood for. I'm like, okay, till I figure, let me just say maybe MBA is what I need to do.
Yeah.
So that year, fortunately, the entrance exam got postponed by 6 months for whatever reason.
Okay.
And I had those 6 months to figure life. I used to live in Andheri, and my parents got to do something. I'm like, okay, let me do something to earn some pocket money. So in those days, there used to be this, the papers which used to have this classified sections, right? So I was looking through that, and there were two opportunities I thought made little sense to me. One was in Vileparle and one was in Worli.
Okay.
So people live in Mumbai wouldn't understand the distance from Andheri to Parla and Andheri to Pune. I'm like, Worli kaun jayega? It's too far. This seems closer.
Achha.
Chalo, let's go and time pass hi karna hai. So that company was Indian Television at that time. It was called Indian Television. Nothing to do with today, the ITV, which the UK ITV. And it was a part of a Dalmia Group company at that time. And it was in one of the Dalmia Group's offices, which was Golden Tobacco Company, which was a full-on smoking environment. You couldn't see no smoking signs there. So, and then I walk in, it was a walk-in interview. So this is something I want to remind you and people listening in, that no television at that time, right? So there used to be a product by the India Today Group.
Okay.
Which had started what was called Newstrack. Newstrack was a VHS, if people even remember what a VHS is today. Those tapes.
Yes.
Which used to garner weekly news,
yes,
record it, put it on a VHS, and then market it.
Okay.
So to counter that, these
Yeah.
guys were launching this product called India View,
Okay.
which was the same concept
Okay. In
but
VHS.
in VHS,
Okay.
but it was a subscription model.
Understood.
So way ahead of the subscription models of today. You had to subscribe to this VHS, which
Right.
comes to your doorstep,
Right.
and you'll get the weekly roundup of what's happening in India. You know,
Nice.
whether it's politics, sports, entertainment, all of that.
Yeah. This is
And-
all India? Pan India?
All India, yeah.
Okay.
The news used to cover all India. So my job, they were hiring people to do door-to-door selling
Oh.
for people to sell to buy into this concept of
yes.
subscribing for VHS.
Yeah,
Okay, and
yeah.
you get some four delivered every month. So every week one VHS will be delivered to your home. So I started my career literally doing door-to-door selling,
Wow.
much like the surf Lalita ji, if
Lalita
you
ji
remember.
aa gayi hai.
aa gayi. So I was going ghar to ghar
Hmm.
and trying to sell this new concept.
Amazing. Amazing.
And walking into buildings which
Yeah.
had said dogs and salespeople not allowed, and sort of maneuvering myself into that space. So started my sales experience there. I was so excited and happy with what I did, and
Yeah.
I did really well as well. Then the advertising department in that company said, this woman can sell,
Right.
so pull her into doing ad sales.
Yeah.
Of course, I had no idea what that meant. I got into it. The one thing led to the other, and then wo MBA hua nahi.
Okay.
I left. I never did my MBA, and then from there started my journey into all these wonderful organizations. I eventually had the
Right.
opportunity to work.
Right.
So it was. So no intellectual answer there. It
Okay.
just happened. Okay.
So all leadership roles, right?
Yeah.
And largely covering the gamut in terms of sales, marketing, content, everything you
Yeah,
have taken
yeah.
care of.
Yeah. Everything started with sales. That
Yeah.
became my foundation. That was
Yeah.
my bedrock.
And that's a great way to get into business.
Totally.
Yeah.
To understand how to make money, and
Absolutely.
is a
Because
absolute
that's your
skill.
first window with the consumer, direct
Absolutely,
window. Yeah.
absolutely. And in fact, when people ask me, I joined Star
Hmm.
later on. I after this Sunday Mail happened, which was part of the
Yeah.
Dalmia group, I was doing ad sales there. Joined Midday for a short period of time, and then I got an call from my ex-boss, and he said, what are you doing? I said, whatever, I'm working with Midday. So he says, there's these guys which are coming from Hong Kong. They're launching a new company here. So I'm like, which one? He said, I don't know, something called Star TV. So I said, what is it they're going to do? He said, even I'm not fully clued in, but why don't you come and see what something can work out? And that's how I got into Star as a sales coordinator.
Okay.
And my job was to see whether there's toilet roll in the bathroom and sugar in the pantry, and getting those beta cabs which used to be there at one
Yeah.
point of time, sending those beta cabs to Hong Kong. So it was one of those administrative coordinator kind
Right.
of roles. So I joined them in 92, I remember.
Hmm.
And eventually left the company after 12 years,
Okay.
as a senior vice president.
Wow.
But that is my 12 years of learning.
Hmm.
So when people ask me, where have you graduated from? I say Star TV.
Star
Because that
TV.
is my
Basically,
institution of
all
learning.
fundamentals. learned.
Everything.
Right.
Whatever I did,
Hmm.
whatever I learned, whatever I learned as in what to do and what not to
So
do.
Star was growing with you in India.
Exactly. Totally. We all grew. And not just,
Yeah.
there was a motley crew of people who were the we call ourselves the OGs.
Flag bearers.
The
Yeah,
OGs of the media industry, media and entertainment industry. So that is the cohort of a bunch of people who sort of were part of this whole new, the world which now sees
Yeah.
as the media and entertainment industry. We were part of that journey. So it's very, very gratifying
Right.
to feel, to be, to have been given that opportunity. And I was, like I said, right place, right time.
Right.
Yeah.
And how did discovery happen?
So after Star, which was 12 years, I decided time to move on. It was a tough decision because I had fallen into a bit of a complacency mode. And that is something, people, it's tough decision to take, should I continue, let it be, maybe eventually retire from here kind of approach, or find something new and exciting. Because I had reached a certain sort of I don't know what they call it,
Saturation.
saturation or glass ceiling. Also, to a large extent, uh, became victim would be the wrong word. It's a bit harsh word, but I was part of this whole old boys club which started existing there, and I was not finding my my play.
Okay.
Okay. And I just said maybe there is something out there waiting for me. So then Turner happened actually.
Okay.
After that.
Okay.
And then Turner, I was there for good old, I think about 9 odd years. Another fantastic brand and organization to work for, launched
great content.
Great content, Cartoon Network, Pogo, CNN, HBO, all of that was, part of that. Warner Brothers, that was all part of that journey. And so Discovery happened a little later.
Okay.
Much later actually. Between Turner, there was also a BTVI which happened, which was Reliance, and then happened Discovery. So this was an opportunity to run an organization which is very close to my heart in terms of the category and the genre it stood for.
Yeah.
So Discovery was fantastic again, again 3 odd years.
And you launched the OTT platform.
We launched, yes. Discovery Plus launched during those times.
During COVID?
During COVID.
What a crazy or ambitious decision to take.
Totally.
How did it go?
Totally. It was insane, and full credit to the fantastic team who did it. And there was this whole... and India was the first country to launch the digital version of Discovery proposition around the globe.
Yeah.
Much later, this Discovery Plus happened in other markets.
Right.
And I think that was a fantastic experience, learning from and doing it all remote.
Yes.
We were all working from home.
Yes.
Technologically, you had to have a platform ready. How do you market it? How do you get the consumer intake happening? How do you put the content? How do you curate it? It was fantastic. It was an insane idea, which a bunch of fully driven guys and girls said that, listen, we can do this. Let's do it. So
amazing.
Very, very wonderful and gratifying journey again. Yeah.
This takes me to the time when I think I was with ZEE5 and we launched the short video app. And many more short video apps launched at the same time. It was crazy time.
Amazing, right?
Yeah.
And there's a high in that, right?
When
you do something which is not so which is not so structured, there's no rule book.
There's no rule book, no blueprints available.
No blueprints, no reference points, right?
Yeah.
And then how do you do that? Like, no one knew how to function in COVID times, right? Everyone was learning every day.
Yeah.
You were making mistakes and then working around that. So I think that to me was the highlight of that experience. Like, how do you work making a success out in adverse situations and scenarios? That takes some bit of focus, clarity, and a fantastic team to make it
carry forward the vision,
make it happen. Yeah, absolutely.
So now we have Megha, who's such a great leader. And does this align to your childhood dreams back in Kashmir when you were growing up?
Interesting you bring that perspective. So my mom was a Kashmiri, and my dad is a Punjabi, and my dad was in the Air Force.
Okay.
So he was a helicopter pilot, and so hence we kept moving around the country every 2 to 4 years. And so I've studied literally from Kashmir to Kanyakumari.
Lovely.
So that whole understanding of our country at a very young age happened by default.
Yeah.
Right? It wasn't obviously planned. In fact, my sister and I both joke that every 3 years when, in hindsight now we joke, but at that time we used to feel like, our parents are step parents, because every 3 years they're taking us away from our friends and now we have to start all over again. Like, what the hell? But I think that's the best thing which happened to us. Both my sister and I, we're very strong women, but very malleable, very adaptable, because that is what it taught us, that the only thing, constant is change. And that change is going to happen to us very early on. And so we figured out how to make new friends, still not lose connects with old ones, and just accept the way it is.
Right.
This is our world. So I think that is what I feel very grateful for,
Yeah.
to have brought that. So, well, while all this was happening, I think I wasn't very clear that this is where I will land up. In all honesty, there are a lot of people who had very clear visions and said, okay, I will be an X, Y, and
Okay.
Z. I had no such plan. I was, like I said, a confused teenager, didn't know what I want to do. It's, there was a point I wanted to be an air hostess.
Right.
Okay, so there was this one thing which was
Right.
flowing around.
But it's also about the stimulus which was thrown at us that time, right?
Yeah.
Because you had limited options, limited experience
Yes.
compared to what we have today.
Oh yeah.
But
Today,
then to make the best of what's given to you,
Yeah.
is I think has been your journey.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely, and I think accepting, like not fearing things, and saying कि चलो देखते हैं, how does this play out. And in all this journey, there have been times where I've made mistakes, like plenty. I
Yeah.
cannot say that I have had this 33 years which is pristine, clean, clear. Then I wouldn't be human.
Yeah.
So the fact that I did make mistakes and I continue to make mistakes even today
Hmm.
is absolutely fine. That is the point I feel a lot of people need to understand, that don't get affected with the mistakes you
Mistakes you
made,
make,
and the the wrong choices you
But
do.
make the choices.
Make the choices,
Yeah.
and then work around it. If
Yeah.
you don't repeat those mistakes, at
Right,
least that
right.
is foolish, and
You-
that's foolhardy.
You want to talk about, like you mentioned, that in your childhood, because of the exposure which you got, you guys were traveling continuously, adapting to situations. Did that experience, any one experience which was an adverse experience in your life, which you bounced back very fast because of your adaptability, or the way
In
you
my
approached
career,
in your career, or any part of your life?
I think in my career, I definitely did have,
Okay.
and maybe the learnings of my childhood experiences sort of helped me overcome that. So what happened is, I won't name the organization, but at some point in my career, I had a fantastic growth trajectory going on. I was one of the few people who was all getting promoted every year.
Wow.
So
Okay.
like I said, it was a fantastic
Incredible.
journey.
Yeah.
In this beautiful journey of mine in the professional world,
Yeah.
I met my husband, and we were dating since college, and we got decided to get married, and we had a beautiful early years of marriage, and then I said, okay, I want to be a mother. Right? And a wonderful decision I have ever decided to have was being a mom. And I had my first child. Now I'm at a peak of my career at that stage.
Okay.
And I'm heading a national role,
Okay.
right? So
Okay.
I'm doing fantastically well, and it's wonderful. And I have my beautiful baby. So at those times, this 3 months maternity leave, I get
Yeah,
it,
yeah.
and I'm gone. And I come back after 3 months, and I get called by a boss of mine who was a male. And I remember that conversation vividly even today.
Yeah.
They were my boss and his super boss in this conversation,
Yeah.
telling me that because you've had a baby, we think that you need time with her, and
Oh my God.
because of that, we think you will not. They're making a decision on my behalf. You will not be able to deal with all the travel and all the work pressure. So we've decided to, from a national head of sales, you now will handle one region of West. So not even the full West. West is divided into two, Mumbai 1, Mumbai 2, for argument's sake. One part is what you will manage the
Okay.
sales, and the rest somebody else will, and the national will be given to someone else. And my argument to that was like, on what grounds?
Yeah.
No, because
And who's decided this
and
one?
no,
Yeah.
they decided it. Of
Yeah.
course, they decided it in my favor, according to them. And say, how does it affect you? We're not removing your designation. We're not cutting down your salary. We're just helping you. You'll be able to spend more time with your child. I still remember, Shalja, that I have cried in that meeting, like bawled. And as I'm crying, because my hormones were, I just had a
Obviously,
baby,
yeah.
so my hormones were doing this nonsense.
Yeah.
And I'm crying, and I'm hating myself at that moment, crying, and I'm feeling even more stupid about it.
Yeah.
And I'm crying, and I'm saying sorry in all this nonsense.
Oh my God.
So I'm saying sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. I'm like, what the? Like, what is this? What is this? What is this? What just happened?
Yeah.
Why? Because I had a baby.
Baby. Yeah.
So I think that was a huge blow to me at multiple levels. Personal, professional.
So that was a decision taken and
implemented. And I had to.
And you're talking about, okay, so this is a couple of decades back.
Yeah, a couple of decades back.
Okay.
HR policies were not that strong at that time. Today, it's not easy to get away with this shit.
Yeah.
But I think that time it was like, that completely sort of derailed me on multiple levels.
Yes.
Professionally,
Emotionally,
personally,
mentally,
emotionally,
yeah.
psychologically.
Absolutely.
And I was just feeling guilty. For what?
Yeah.
And I had to deal with this nonsense. And then I lost about, I'd say, at least 4 to 5 years. Because I had to now restart. And so my peer group at that went ahead. Of course, men went ahead and took bigger roles as they went along, whether in the same organization or any other organization. But I went back, nah.
Oh my God.
And that was the time when I felt that this, in hindsight, I'm saying that because my my growing up had dealt with all these changes and stuff, when you were asking me how did that sort of help you, was more about saying, okay, screw it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Let's deal with it.
Yeah.
Okay. But I went on regardless.
Okay.
I was unstoppable.
Okay.
Because what
That
I
spirit
said,
was
my
obvious.
spirit was unstoppable. I'm like, okay, fine. Right? So I had two choices. I could have sat and sulked the shit out of myself and said, life sucks, people are pathetic, this is what happened, this one did that, this one did that, I could have done this, I could have done this. I am not in the this could and would have person. It is what it is. What next?
Move on.
Move
What
on.
next?
How do I? Okay, I've lost few years, we'll deal with that.
So that shift from adversity to the action के बीच में एक acceptance stage आता है.
हाँ.
So that acceptance is, I think, what you're talking about, right?
Correct.
So somewhere people get stuck in that.
Correct.
और उसी stick में जब when they stick to that and that becomes the agenda, that leads to anxiety, depression, and lot of disorders.
The byproduct of that state of mind is a slippery slope.
Very, very.
So you have to take that decision कि करना क्या है, आपको क्या करना है, आप बैठ के रोना है जिंदगी भर and then keep cribbing that I could have done this, I would have done this. That's not me.
But Megha, in your case, see, you're grounding in childhood and all your experiences, right? Being exposed to different situations and then continuously adapting, and your algorithm, if I can say, was built to handle that situation.
Right.
But there are a lot of women out there who wouldn't know what to do in this situation,
Yeah.
and that's the reason this platform is there.
Yeah.
We really want to know, आपने उस वक्त किया क्या? What was this auto-suggestion, self-healing, self-love you gave to come out of that?
I think I don't know whether I have like a quotable answer here.
No problem. Yeah.
But the fact is that a combination of things happened in that. I think big credit to my husband. To having a partner who understands and supports you, because at that stage I had to reprove myself.
Okay.
Okay. So I landed up doing things like I landed up traveling even if I didn't need to travel. Just to prove to the
आपने
ecosystem.
overcompensate किया है.
बहुत ही overcompensate किया. I'll work late. you know, travel even if it's not required.
Yeah.
And just trying to say that I can do everything.
Yes.
I can
So you
be
had
a
to
mother,
prove.
I can be a homemaker, as well as be a successful professional. I had to prove. In hindsight, I'm like, why did I have to do it? And that is something I would tell in today's time, I would not have done that. But at that time, it was a big support system which helped me.
Right.
You know, my husband, family, everyone is there, like, I'll take care of the baby when you're traveling, or, whatever it is, whatever the support system a working mom would
Yeah.
require
Yeah.
was there for me. So for me, I have to admit that really gave me the confidence
To bounce back.
bounce back. That's definite one. So people who have that, please use it.
Yes.
And those who don't have it, find it. Because
Yes.
don't hide behind that
Yes.
excuse.
But now the times have also changed. Situations are different.
Yeah.
There are various forums, there are various opportunities, right? But I think that generation, from the generation you're talking about, you
Yeah.
carried the cross on your back,
Yeah.
and you walked all this
Yeah,
way,
yeah.
where, loosely we understand the meaning of women empowerment.
Correct.
But this is exactly what it is.
It is.
It's
It
the
is.
first action which you take in your life during adverse situations, which
Mm.
will be noticed by other people.
Absolutely.
And what you did was not getting unnoticed.
Yeah.
People like me, people like many other people in corporates, and we are in our journey right now.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's not easy.
Not easy.
It's not
all.
easy at
Yeah.
every stage.
Yeah.
We are moms, and
Mm.
they are being a woman. You
Yeah.
have a lot of other
Yeah.
responsibilities.
Totally.
But I think when we look at you or look at other leaders, women leaders around us, it really gives us hope
That's wonderful.
and
Thank you.
inspiration and
Yeah.
motivation to keep going. So what you didn't go
Oh, thank you.
unnoticed.
Thank
is what I
you.
want to say.
No, that's wonderful to say. But I'll also add one more thing, Shalja, is that, see, and I know a lot of women who've been in this space as well, that they have tried and then walked out of it because they couldn't cope with it.
Yes. How much would you really do?
How
It
much?
needs lot of
You don't have to be very strong here.
very strong,
right?
yeah.
So the question is, not the question, but the point I want to state here is that you as a woman made that choice of stepping out of that race, right? A lot of times I get these conversations where such women sort of regret it and maybe whine about it and say that if this was the case, if that had happened, if this would have happened, I don't necessarily subscribe to that thought process. The fact is that you made that choice.
Yes.
So when you made the choice, then you live happily with it.
Yes.
The point is not ki this is right or this is wrong. No,
Yes.
your choice. There are. I mean, I have such high regards to women who, are not working, have their own, beliefs and passion and working.
And
from,
they're pursuing
and they're
that.
pursuing that.
Yeah.
But they're happy in that space. But you can't be exiting that space and then saying, I couldn't do it because I couldn't cope with it because of family pressure, whatever. The problems
Correct.
to hongi,
Got
there's
it.
no denying that.
Got it.
But how can you overcome that is your choice. You made those choices.
Yes.
Then you live with that choice happily.
Yes.
That is something I feel very strongly about.
Yes.
Like if you don't want to work, absolutely fine.
Fine.
But then so
Be
to
happy
say,
in
then
whatever you're
then
doing.
don't go down the route of I'm getting depressed and I wish I had done this, I wish I had done that.
Mm.
A lot of people tell me it's easier said than done. And I do agree, it's easier said than done. But then whoever said life was a walk in the park?
Absolutely. Very true.
You
well
have
said.
to make those choices
Well said.
and then live with that happily
Yes.
is
And-
what my point
And I
is.
think the world kind of adjusts around you. That's what I've seen. You make your choices.
Yeah.
Your family, your community, people
Yeah.
just okay. ये ऐसी है.
हाँ.
अभी हम adjust
हाँ,
कर रहे थे.
करो ना,
तो वो भी
उसमें
कर
क्या
लेंगे
वो-
adjust.
And everyone, there is a space for everyone in this world. Yeah, I mean, you need to make your space,
Right.
and you make that your presence felt in that space.
Right.
It's so much doable if you make that effort yourself.
Yes.
So yeah, I think that is important for most women out there who are in that juncture of confusion.
Yeah. Okay, so you also worked consciously for women empowerment. You've been part of NGO work. So you want to talk about that?
Yeah. No, again, this is something very, very strong, very, very personal to me and very close to me. I've been representing how women are represented in various,
Yeah. Inclusion.
inclusion, and how they are represented in various walks of life. So, under IAA, International
Yeah.
Advertising Association, where I was the president last term, I had initiated a program called IAA Voice of Change.
Okay.
And in that, we partnered with UNICEF and Google, and we conducted these researches to see how women are represented in advertising
Okay.
and in TV content.
Okay.
So far,
Interesting.
we've done that because we strongly believe that, you know, how the representation of women, and for that matter men, happen in these communication plays a subliminal
On
role
the society.
in the society. It's how you're positioning yourself,
Yes.
right? As a kid seeing that ad knows it. Now if you're showing a room, a living room where a woman is in the kitchen and the daughter is helping, and the man is sitting in the living room watching TV, and the boy is playing with aeroplanes there, that's the shot, for
Yes.
example. Why does it have to be there? So now it is already expecting that girl will work with the mama in the kitchen, and the boy
The
will sit
stereotypes.
and play. The stereotypes you're creating.
Mhm.
Can those roles be reversed? Could
Yeah.
they have shown a scene where the girl is sitting and playing with the plane, and
Yeah,
the
why
mother
not?
is sitting and watching TV, and the father is, you know, cleaning up
Absolutely,
the kitchen?
yeah.
You know, what's
Yeah.
wrong with that?
Yeah.
So I think that, but it plays subliminally a role in the mindset of our society. So we so big believer in that. So we're trying to do more on that front. Besides, I'm a, part of Population First, which is a brand. They have an initiative called Ladli about the girl child education and how
Okay.
they're empowering them. So I'm a strong believer in the representation of women in not only on screen but behind screen
Behind
as well.
screen also.
So how, not only in the corporate world, as in what roles we have in and at what levels, but also how do we get represented in a form of communication. So I think, and I think being part of that industry, it is our moral responsibility, because we do have the power
Yeah.
to make an impact. So we should take it up, and as an industry as a whole,
Yeah.
on how women should get represented
Right.
in any form of communication we do.
Right.
So yeah, so those are the few things I feel very strongly about, and I try doing whatever we can as part of these industry initiatives.
Yes. I always feel that everyone has this one purpose in life or mojo. And we loosely use these days, I lost my mojo, I found my mojo. But mojo in the sense is that life purpose.
Yeah.
Right? Which is beyond your duties and responsibilities.
Yeah.
मतलब duties है अभी करना है, this is a job, I need to finish it, move on in life. Responsibility is like your family, your kids, whoever, society, volunteer work if you pick up. But उसके beyond भी एक journey है.
बिल्कुल.
And women stop doing that.
Yep.
They stop taking care of themselves.
Correct.
Because that life purpose is not searched enough.
Yeah.
Invested enough, and lived enough.
Totally.
And I think that was the reason this was started, Megha. And I think I love what you're doing, because clearly you are someone who's found her life purpose and is shining through everything which you're doing.
Thank
right?
you.
Whatever you've touched in corporate life, in social work, even spirituality, we're going to talk about it now.
Yeah.
So when did you meet Sadhguru, and what was the inspiration to get into learning a technique and doing it every day? It's a huge commitment.
It is indeed. Yeah. I mean, I think I started this journey about a decade ago now.
Okay.
It's been 10 years since both my husband and I have been on this path, and I think I feel that I've wished that had happened earlier in my life. I was on this pedestal of cynicism.
Okay.
I was as cynic as it comes, and saying that this is all very mumbo jumbo. Maybe I'm not too sure. Whether this kind of stuff, which is for me, maybe when I retire, maybe my parents, it's my parent thing and my grandparent thing, and when I have the time, and the usual nonsense beliefs we have.
The chattering mind.
The chattering mind. We just think, "ये तो मतलब we know it all. Like we are the intellectual. We're educated. We know this shit." So I think that was the stupidest and foolhardy thing I have done. That I wish I had this path come into my life earlier. And it happened by chance. In fact, the person who brought me onto this path called me a 5-year project.
Really? Why?
He says that it took him 5 years to convince me
To get to sit.
just go and listen to
Okay,
Sadhguru.
just-
Just get onto this path and just go and listen to him. All he said, just go and listen to Sadhguru. And I'm like, what? What's Sadhguru? What are you talking about?
Yeah.
And it just was like, yeah, I'll do it. And fine, excuses. But as they say, you don't find a guru finds you.
Yes.
So Guru
Yes.
found me.
Yes.
And when things had to happen, I happened to listen to him in a conversation in Mumbai. I think it was NCPA or something. And I was blown. I was like, oh my God, like, who is this guy, right?
Yeah.
And he was so logical. He was so, you could relate to him. Whatever he said, he was talking amazingly. And he was so funny.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God,
What combination.
This is it. This is the man. This is my guru.
Yeah.
Just kidding. But I was just like,
There's something in this.
something happening here.
Yeah.
And something clicked. And then I started listening to a lot of his videos and, started to get to know more about him. And then the inner engineering course, which happened, which is the first step into getting initiated on this path.
You went to the ashram to do it, or it was?
No, there was a program happening in Mumbai.
Okay.
It was lucky. It was happening in a hotel here. It was a small, intimate gathering, which was conducted by Sadhguru himself.
Oh,
Of course,
lovely.
now I understand the value of
Wow.
it. That time it didn't. I'm like, okay, fine, Sadhguru is conducting. And it was conducted, and I did this program, and something shifted.
In the first day.
No. In fact, both my husband and I said, like, okay, we don't know what we're signing up for. Okay, let's just go with it. Okay. And if nothing else, it was a weekend thing.
Okay.
How bad can it be when we just come out as listening to someone, someone who's
So you had to
enlightened.
stay there?
Yes, it was no, it was
Residential?
not.
No.
It wasn't residential. We used to
Okay.
go and go back home and come the next day. I remember it was a 2.5-day program. Day 1, day 2 happened, and it's nice. It was feeling nice about it, and I could see people having different kinds of reactions around
Experiences.
me and experiences. And both my husband and I were like, okay, fine, it's nice, but I'm not understanding this. Okay, theek hai, jo bhi hai.
Huh.
And we had this look in each other's eyes, like, don't think so. This is
Okay.
for us. Maybe that's it
Huh.
after this weekend.
Hmm.
I don't know what happened the last day
Hmm.
when the session ended and the Sadhguru stood up and he was giving blessings to everybody, and
Yeah.
there's this music started
Yeah.
and a dam burst in with me. And then I didn't stop crying for 24 hours.
Oh my God.
And I was like, what's happening?
A lot of
Some-
cleansing happened.
Clearly something connected, because I couldn't understand why I was crying. There was no reason to, but something shifted. And that was when I said, okay, dude,
There is
gotta do
connection.
something. There is something happening
Yeah.
here. Can't let this feeling
Yeah.
go, this energy
Yeah.
go.
Yeah.
And then I started following this path, and then lot more deeper got into volunteering. And I think
Right.
volunteering to me is where we felt even more connected to this path, because when you volunteer without expecting anything in return, the kind of the high you get in the some other
The energy
level of
you connect
energy,
with is very different.
it's you cannot express it till you experience it.
Yes.
Like, I cannot tell you this till you experience it,
Yes,
right? So
yes.
for me, that was it.
Right.
And then we got deeper into this path, and I did more programs, and now I'm
Yeah.
very deeply involved with the foundation at multiple levels.
Right.
And I'm also trying to strengthen my spiritual journey and my sadhanas
Right.
by doing more deeper programs, and
Right.
as we go along, and it's been wonderful 10-year journey.
Right.
But I must admit that in this journey, There was no voila moment wherein, oh, suddenly I'm feeling like, I am very enlightened or anything like that.
Okay.
But it's a path.
It's a path.
It's a journey. And every day I still keep feeling that, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. And people around you can sense it.
they tell you.
They
Correct,
tell
you're
you,
right.
कुछ
कुछ तो difference
है
है,
difference,
कुछ पहले से अलग है.
हाँ, something they because they catch that energy, they aura, whatever
Vibrations.
it is, in the
Yes.
vibrations. I don't know, but I just feel that I feel very, very optimistic. For me, life became so much more joyful. It didn't really matter, because Sadhguru's whole philosophy has been in is the only way out.
Absolutely.
So and
So
if
true.
everything around you is not in your control, right?
Yes.
Because and that shit will happen around you. There's no controlling that. But the
Hmm.
one and only thing you can and control is yourself.
Self.
At least utna to kar hi sakte ho.
Correct.
So if you fix yourself, you inner engineer yourself, so many things can change, and that
Correct.
is exactly what happened.
Right.
So ever since that, I a lot of problems you face, but the way you deal with it, the way
Changes.
you respond to it
Changes.
changes.
So your awareness and your presence increases in the moment, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And then you realize and it was crazy, because I remember working in my early years of doing in engineering. I was able to do so much more in the same 24 hours, where I was struggling to
Earlier.
complete my regular day work. Now I'm doing 3 times more work in the same time and effortlessly.
Yes.
So that's the magic.
Yes. There's
So
a lot of science supporting
there
what's
is.
going on.
Yeah.
Because obviously the right hormones get secreted. There's cleansing happening in
Totally,
chakras.
yes.
Your vibrations are going
Yeah.
up, and you're attracting what you're vibrating at, right?
Yeah.
So if your vibrations are at this level, that's what you see outside,
outside.
and that's what people see in
Yeah.
you.
Yeah.
And the moment I think, like, I'm also on a similar
Yeah.
path like yours, and I just amp up my meditations that day when I feel like कि यार आज vibration में गड़बड़ है,
गड़बड़ है.
तो आज थोड़ा extra कर लो.
Yeah. No,
So,
this is what I call this journey of from logic to magic.
Absolutely.
This is
Absolutely.
what it is. That whole don't try logicalize everything.
वो
because
निकालना
it's-
पड़ेगा, because
just let it happen.
it's beyond that.
Yeah.
So 10 years ago, which technically means like, you obviously at the peak of your career again. You want to tell us about, with spirituality, how was corporate life, and no spirituality, how was corporate life? Did you see a change in your professional
Totally.
leadership style, or the way things were happening around you?
Totally. I mean, I know it, because like I said, one, I was able to do much more, and second, ability to be more, I think listening became far better. Aspect there's a difference between hearing and listening. So I think I was able to enhance that part in me much more after.
And so important for a leader to listen.
Listen. And also I think be there. I think ability to just humanize
empathy.
I think that always sort of was there, but probably this got enhanced through this path. And I firmly became even more glass half full person. So I think that was a big thing, because the fact is that it's never going to be perfect, right? But it's up to you how you see that situation.
How you respond
how
to
do you
it
respond
and not
to it.
react.
Yeah, exactly. So, don't get, even if the problems are coming your way, if there are issues to deal with, there's always a positive side to that.
Yes.
So how do you sort of make your mind more optimistic in an adverse scenario?
Yes.
I think that's what this path did for me. So for me, it didn't matter. If it's not working, doesn't matter. There must be another opportunity. कुछ और कर लेंगे, ऐसे कर लेंगे, वैसे कर लेंगे.
क्योंकि अंदर तो स्थिरता है या बैलेंस है.
Exactly.
तो बाहर जो हो रहा है, that is fine. And anyway, situations keep changing. People keep changing.
बिल्कुल.
So
तो वो जो the equanimity आती है ना इसमें, inside आपके मन में, आपके दिमाग में, that helps you bring that equanimity
and
in
do
the external
more
world.
of what you want to do.
And exactly.
Yeah.
And दोनों
see, you
चीजें
were
कर सकते
doing
हैं.
whatever you were doing anyway before this, right?
Correct.
But I think it's got amplified now. Is what you're saying, and with more clarity, it's more channelized. And I think it's been more visible also in the last 10-15 years what you've done
feel so
in
too.
media.
Yeah, I
You know,
feel
we've
so.
seen you out there more often.
Yeah.
There's always a voice of Megha in various forums, which is
Yeah.
obviously cherished because
Yeah.
your perspectives are coming
Yeah.
from, you know, some completely thought through, experienced
Yes.
point of view rather than just, you know, adding some perspective to panel discussions.
Thank you. That is so
So
kind of you.
so yeah, it's been really great in terms of, you know, seeing someone travel city to city, losing friends on the way,
Yeah.
making new friends, and then figuring out ways just on the go, right?
Yep.
So your life has been just like that. You know, if I say like ek onion ko peel karna
Yeah.
hai, so you
Nice.
keep peeling, keep peeling, and there's something just keeps coming up,
Coming up. Yes.
coming up.
Yeah.
So what's next now, Megha? There's so much you've achieved, and I think we can go into our second podcast also with you. We won't be able to cover everything, but
That's
what's
okay.
next?
So I think much to you know, the space, you know, the headspace I was
Yeah.
in. It's been 33 years now in this industry. I think I'm looking for ability to put my experiences and my learnings into a bit more focused aspects.
Okay.
So so there are some conversations happening wherein how do I contribute in being part of organizations who are in the small to mid-term organizations, and how are they looking for scaling up, and how I can sort of come on board as strategic advisory roles. You know, that's the space that I'm also coming on board on certain boards of companies, on, you know, whether not
Okay.
for profit or for profit. So I think I'm in that space now, Shelja, where and I want to give more in, you know, without having to
Any monetary gain?
no, not from a monetary point of view, but I think more about, like, I don't want to be in this race anymore.
Understood.
You know, I think
Understood.
even if it's, you know, like they say, then if you're on this rat race, even if you win this rat race, you will still be a rat. And I don't want to be one anymore. I've done my bit. So I think I'm in that zone now, wherein I would like to be more selective of what I do and with whom I do.
Yeah.
And I think that is the space. So that's my headspace right now.
Yeah.
कल क्या होगा किसको पता. तो वो देखेंगे क्या होगा. But right now I'm in a happy zone.
Right.
You know, can
And your
spend
kids have
more
also
time.
grown up, right?
Kids have grown up. My older daughter is already working.
Lovely.
And my younger one's graduating this year.
Nice.
And then she's going to have her career path, you know, panned out. And so let's see how those, you know, that piece of our lives take on. And I think I'd love to travel more.
Yeah.
Because I'm both my husband and I are big travel bugs. We were both like, he's a rider more than I am, but I do ride, like a motorcycle riding.
Oh, lovely.
Yeah.
Which one do you have?
I've ridden the Bullets, the 350
Wow.
cc's. Yeah, we've done the bullet biking trips to Ladakh and Spiti and Bhutan and Arunachal and all of that.
Amazing.
So we like to take off on bikes. I mean, he's the
So
real...
are you part of a group, or
We
just the
have
two
our
of
own
you?
group,
You
yeah.
have your own group.
So we have a bunch of all college college buddies. Since college we've been together.
Nice.
So we all take off on these biking trips, and so we are big travel enthusiasts, and I'm an adrenaline junkie on top of that. So I love adventure.
Love
So
it.
we just take off, and so yeah, those things, we'll keep doing more of that now, hopefully.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Lovely. So how long has been any of your special journeys, like where you've done like
On the bikes?
Yes.
Oh, we've done the first one where we just got initiated into this, and that's when we like fell in love with the mountains, was from Manali to Leh.
Okay.
So we rode, we landed in Chandigarh, took the bikes from Manali, and then we rode all the way up to Leh.
Wow.
And right up to Pangong Lake.
Okay.
So that's became famous with the movie 3 Idiots. That's where it was shot.
Yeah.
So that's Pangong. And so we were there. And then we've done Spiti Valley. We've done Bhutan. We did Arunachal Pradesh and Assam. Then now we are planning again this year. So let's see which destination we land
Interesting.
up. But yeah, we love our biking sojourns.
Lovely. Okay, this brings us to the last section now, which is the
Okay.
rapid fire.
Oops, where's the hamper?
Ah! Okay, then. So, who are your role models or media mavericks that inspire you?
Role models. So I think role models, actually there are quite a few,
Okay.
and I think it's, for me, it is every unstoppable woman out there. They have
Hmm.
been my role models. They've been, they could be my maid,
Hmm.
to my colleague, to my boss, all of them. My friends, you are my role model for amazing balancing how you're doing and how you're managing your career, your spiritual journey, your
I have a
passions.
blueprint. Thanks for it.
No, but so for me, role models are plenty. But I
Hmm.
think a couple of people who've really inspired me, there've actually many, but just to think on the top of the hat would be one, Indira Nui,
Mm-hmm.
for
Of course.
her amazing, how, and being a global leader, and a mother.
Lovely.
you know
Yeah.
to me, that's a big thing,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
With all due respect to a lot of women who've reached leadership roles, a lot of them did at the cost of either
Hmm.
not being married,
This or
not being a
that.
mother. It's
Hmm.
either that, this or that kind of a thing.
Hmm.
I think for me, there are Nui's, like, tops that chart, like, big time, like, and how she
Hmm.
reached that without losing her roots and her ability to be a mother and a wife and a daughter and a daughter-in-law, and whatever the
Hmm.
roles she played so
Hmm.
beautifully, is like huge respect for her. The other media person, I think has done a fantastic job in the recent times, and is also really unstoppable, is Uday Shankar.
Hmm.
So I think he's come across. I mean, the way from where I remember him, I was just leaving Star when he had joined
Okay.
Star,
Yeah.
and then his journey has been amazing, and what he's done to the media and industry is
Absolutely. Yeah.
outstanding.
That's
So
right.
he, to me, as one media maverick who I have very
Hmm.
high regards for.
Okay. The next one. Which awards or achievements hold a special place in your heart?
These awards and achievements are just like, मतलब ठीक है, it's
एक
nice to
special वाला,
have.
which was like दिल
uh,
को छू गया.
being called that unstoppable
Oh
woman.
wow, we are honored. I don't want to sound like Kapil Sharma now. कि आप इसी दिन का इंतजार कर
हाँ,
रही
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल.
थी. So next, advice to your younger self. If you could go back in time, what advice would you give?
The story I talked about, I think if that was me today,
Hmm.
I will not accept it.
Hmm.
I would question it, I would fight for it, I will do whatever it takes to not just accept that so-called demotion which I was given just because I became a mother. So that is one advice. That's one advice to me I would have given, that don't accept anything which you don't believe in.
Hmm. You don't have to carry
You
the
don't
cross
have
for
to.
others.
You don't have
And
to.
if we were to go back in time, and
Mm.
technically in 2024, if something like this is happening, then we know what we would have done,
You have
right?
to.
So
You have. Of course, I'm not saying it's not happening. It is still happening.
it's still happening.
It's still
It's still
happening.
happening.
Yeah, it may not be so black and
Yeah,
white, but
yeah,
it's
yeah,
colored. It's
yeah.
grayed,
Yes,
but
yes,
it's happening.
yes.
But I think women need to question. They need to ask the question. Actually, most women don't even ask, yaar. Just like me, na. पूछा ही नहीं मैंने. My whole thing
कि
was like,
क्यों मेरा decision तो
like,
है नहीं.
why? What is the rationale on this?
Right.
Argue that out, discuss it out. वो किया ही नहीं, accepted it, and like I said, I kept saying sorry also. And on top of all this nonsense.
Yeah.
So I think women need to really ask the question.
Voice.
पूछो तो सही, no?
Voice
And
their opinions.
voice it and talk about it. I think that is, don't just, and we know that women find it tougher to ask questions. Even in a boardroom or in a meeting, men are putting up their hands and asking, and whether the
Yes.
question is relevant or irrelevant.
Yes.
पूछेंगे जरूर.
Yes.
लेकिन women think 20 times. If I ask, what if
ये
it's
क्या
a,
बोलेंगे?
वो क्या बोलेंगे? What if it's a stupid question? That's the biggest thing.
Hmm.
What if it's a stupid question? And that's what I keep telling when I said, even if it's a stupid question, ask. When I had certain leadership roles, when I took on roles, I told people, listen, I don't know nothing about certain aspects. I
Yeah.
will ask the questions. Even if you think it's a stupid question, I will ask. Because I don't know. And the fact that I don't, and I'm acknowledging I don't know, is what is an important leadership skill, to
Correct.
acknowledge what you don't know.
Correct.
You
Yeah.
know? So that is one thing women need to be a little bit more mindful of, that please ask. Don't just accept whatever comes your way.
So, as a woman leader, you have sort of seen and spotted these kind of people in your team, and you've done that, right? To pull them out.
Yeah. Please ask, like I know certain cases where they were just, and they feel very grateful. Of course, I've been very,
Yeah.
they feel very that I mentored them, and they even called today, and very sweetly, some people called during Teachers' Day and thanked me. That was very, very sweet of them to do that. Or Guru Purnima din ke din kabhi
Oh,
somebody will
beautiful.
send a message, which is very kind and sweet of them. But I've told some of these and a lot of them young women that don't just, it's okay, पूछो तो सही, at best ना बोलेंगे ना, but don't have this regret कि I wish I had asked. So I think a lot of women do take that they fear out on
Understood.
this. So that is something you shouldn't.
Yeah, I think that's a great message out to our listeners.
Yeah.
Great takeaway, and you are unstoppable. Absolutely. My next question was: is there an unstoppable quote you can give? Your entire life is a big quote which is completely been unstoppable. But if you want to add to it, any quote which comes to your mind. I think you mentioned something about the name of the show, and you said this is equal to this.
I think unstoppable, to me, you say it's called Unstoppable Woman. To me, unstoppable is actually synonymous to woman. So you don't have to highlight a woman is unstoppable, because unstoppable means is a woman.
I think that will be season 4 then.
Yeah.
We had a chat.
Unstoppable is synonym to being a woman. So
Lovely.
I think that is your unstoppable quote.
Thank you so much. I think it was lovely having you here.
Thank you.
I know so much more about you today.
Thank you
and I
so
think this
much.
was destined to happen. My
So
energies were attracting you, Megha.
I know,
believe you
right?
me, I've been watching your career trajectory and getting inspired from it.
That is so
Thank
kind
you
of
so
you,
much.
Sharjan. Thank you so much. So
Thank you so
lovely to
much.
meet you, and thank you for this opportunity.